वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपां बुद्धिर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद्भक्ति स्वरूपाय गोविन्दिति नामिने गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे परतत्व प्रकाशिने श्री दामोदर देवस्य प्रियाय ते नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद्भक्ति स्वरूप दामोदर इति नामिने नमः। सद्भक्तमने मणिपुरोद्भवाय च शिला प्रभुपाद लसद्वानि प्रचारे निरताय ते नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Warm welcome everyone in the study of Krishna consciousness. Now, the practice of Krishna consciousness is not to look good, to sound good, or to appear as knowledgeable, or to appear as intelligent, or anything like better. No, we are not any better. We have been given an opportunity. We are definitely better off. Yeah? We are definitely much better off than, let's say, 8.5 billion population in this world, plus minus. We are way better off. We have been given this opportunity. What a head start we have got in life. Even though some of us could be in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, but we still have got a great head start in our life. But that doesn't mean that we are any better. Uh, no, we are better off, and it's all because of the glories of Shri Guru and Gaurang, all because of the glories of Vaishnavas. Devotees coming in our life is real Krishna consciousness coming in our life. Like we say, what many people in society we hear say, oh, there you go, that's a divine intervention, divine message, universe speaking to me, so much like this and all. But for us, when devotees intervene in our life, and when we are in a relationship with a devotee, and what loving relationship, that's like proper Krishna conscious. That's divine intervention. Devotee intervention in our life brings out proper divine intervention. It's the proper, then okay, yes, Krishna is interested in us. Because devotees have come our life, and now definitely Krishna is particularly interested in us. So how do we now channelize our energies? How do we shape up our life, our thought process, our every faculty of our existence? How do we look after our body needs, body, mind, intelligence? How do we navigate, channelize to attain the highest potential, highest achievement, highest glory, highest consciousness level that a human soul, human being is can possibly attain? That is possible in this Gaur Yoga in Mahaprabhu's time. By the blessing of Mahaprabhu, we have been exposed to this uh, beauty, this sweetness of Krishna consciousness. And now it all depends on our attitude. What sort of attitude we are having on a daily basis, on a momentarily basis. When will we die? When will we give up our body? We will die, now, in the time of now. It could be one of those 7 days, and within those 7 days, it could be within the 24 hours, morning time, night time, daytime, evening time, whenever. Within the 24 hours, it could be any minute, within 60 minutes, any minute. Within 60 minutes, it could be within any second, within the 60 seconds. So any moment now. So it is like everything is momentarily. Everything is momentarily. Our surrender, it has to be constant. Every moment surrender and increasing. Our hankering, every moment and increasing. Again, our call, our sadhana, our bhakti, every moment. Our identity, clarity of our identity, being in our identity every moment. Like this, every moment, and we scale it up, in the sense, scale it up as in we come to a good sadhana platform, good reading, hearing, understanding, good association of devotees, understanding the philosophical aspect of Krishna consciousness, the cultural side of it, the etiquette side of it, and overall, and keep on scaling it up, keep on excelling. So it is a process of not to look good, not to appear good, but to genuinely become good, to genuinely become humble, not to look, sound, or act humble. Yeah? It's not that, okay, we are on camera, say, or on air, on recording, say, then, okay, yes, we have to sound good, we have to look good, we have to speak proper and all. No, it's like on camera and off camera. We are continuously under the vision, under the care, shelter, protection, mercy, love of Shri Gauranita hai na, Shri Guru Gaurang, Shri Radha Sham Sundar. Hmm? None of us are alone. We could well be living in Srirangam, Jodhpur, Mumbai, Seattle, Jodhpur, Dundee, wherever. But we all are in spirit together, and also we have to realize that this oneness altogether. So this we have been beautifully exposed towards the practice of Krishna consciousness by the blessings of Vaishnavas. And that's the greatest achievement, as we have been saying. So many stages come in our life. Having born human is a big blessing. It's a big, big blessing. Really, we climb up a lot of steps in the ladder of, say, perfection. Then, being born human, that is great. Then, thereafter, what? Coming across devotees, that's the ultimate turning point. Then coming across devotees and appreciating Krishna consciousness, appreciating devotional message, appreciating association of devotees. That's even great. That we can appreciate, our heart can find some sync, some resonance, some affinity with it. Then taking into the practice of Krishna consciousness and becoming what? Desiring to become a disciple. Guru Padashrit, desiring to become a disciple, desiring to serve, willingness, desire to get our identity clear in relation with Shri Guru and Gaurang. Our practice and all this desire should be what? To Hari Guru Vaishnav Kripa Akankshi. And it's a full circle, not just the Lordship's mercy we hanker for. Not just Vaishnavas and not just Gurudev, complete Hari Guru Vaishnav. So this understanding the overall culture, the etiquette bit of Krishna consciousness, the philosophy bit of Krishna consciousness, keeping our attitude proper, intact throughout, and continuously learning, continuously excelling in our behavior, again in our etiquette, personality, whatever we say, and the foundation of it is philosophical understanding. That's the foundation. Whatever culture and things we see in society, there's a foundation to it, right? And the foundation is knowledge. The foundation is philosophical understanding of it. Foundation is scriptures. So with that, Saguru, Sadhu, Shastra, respecting, completely understanding that, we continue our study of Krishna consciousness, and we never let ourselves give this any notion that, okay, how much we know or how much advanced have we become and all. No, we have a long way to go. We have a long, long way to go. Actually, long or short, it depends on our attitude. How long or how short. And it's like, if at all within this process, long or short, the sooner we learn to relish Krishna consciousness, then it's much better. So somehow in devotee association, we get our identity sorted. We understand actually who we are, even though in theory, but still. And then we pray for more and more mercy to situate ourselves in that identity. And how will that happen? Only by the blessings of Gurudev. Only by the blessing of spiritual master, by the blessing of a pure Vaishnava, by the blessing of a Mahat Purush, by the blessing of a self-realized soul. Yeah. A Swarup Siddha Shuddha Premi Bhakt of a Radha Krishna can only make us Krishna conscious. This is the entire philosophy and the understanding of Krishna consciousness, not on our own caliber or efforts and all. Our efforts is purely to attract that mercy, yeah? To show a humble attitude in our efforts, that to express that yes, we desire. And it's all mercy. And also to help us make that effort, also we need that mercy. We need that mercy. So bhakti is in stages. It is in progressive stages. We stay ever progressive. And as we have been studying Shri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, within Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami, he gave us the definition of bhakti, and we can always refer back to this definition, right? What it says, Anya Vilashita Shunyam Gyan Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyena Krishnanushīlanam Bhaktiruttama. The bhakti, when we say in this definition itself, Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, no other desire, then what? Gyan Karmadi Anavritam, completely uncovering ourselves from societal or mundane or material gyan, knowledge, any affinity, association, resonance towards societal working, societal knowledge and all, completely uncovering out of it and cultivating Krishna conscious knowledge, Krishna conscious workings, Krishna conscious efforts. Our karma, it's not like we stop doing karma, and it's not like we stop kind of working with our brains and senses, no, but we make everything Krishna conscious. Yeah, we make everything Krishna conscious. So it's not like, okay, stop them. Other desires, they have to be stopped. And naturally, if we are progressing in Krishna consciousness, those desires will find their way. They will find their end point that he has saturated. स्थानाभिलाषी तपसि स्थितोऽहं त्वां प्राप्तवान् देव मुनीन्द्रगुह्यम् काचन विचिन्वन्नपि दिव्यरत्नम् स्वामिन् कृतार्थोऽस्मि वरं न याचे. Somewhere it is in Chaitanya Chaitamrita, but it is the Udgar of Dhruva Maharaj. And Dhruva Maharaj saying this, and our Goswamis have written it, brought it out, and somewhere it comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we don't know where exactly, but Swamin Kritarthosmi Sthana Vilashi Tapasi Stitoham Tvam Praptavan Deva Munindra Guhyam. Dhruva Maharaj, we all are familiar with the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj says, Sthana Abhilashi. Abhilashi means desire, na? And Sthana Abhilashi Tapasi Stitoham. I situated myself in doing tapasya, meditation, with a view, with a focus, with a desire, what? To attain a abode which is higher than Lord Brahma's abode. That sort of abode I was, not what my father Utanpad has, or not what is the best like within this world. No, I want something which even Lord Brahma does not possess. So Sthana Bilashi Tapasi Stitoham. With this view, I fixed myself in doing tapasya. Tvam Praptavan Deva Munindra Guhyam. And to attain you is like so impossible say, for devtas, for demigods, Deva Munindra Guhyam, for demigods, for saintly people, rishis and kings. God Krishna, Narayan, you are unattainable for them. Huh? Because, because of lack of humility, let us say. Huh? So you are a mystery. You are a mystery to them. Definitely, Krishna is a mystery to everyone. है ना? Brahma Samhita we see na Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhakto. Through the Vedas, if we try to understand Krishna, he will remain a mystery. He will tell us, okay, I am greater than the greatest, smaller than the smallest, this, that, all of this, his Mahima will be there. But still, a loving personal relationship cannot be had with him like that. No. So Dhruva Maharaj says that you are a mystery for saints, kings, saintly personalities, demigods. है ना? Kachan Vichinvan Api Divya Ratnam. For broken glasses, now when I started doing tapasya under the guidance, shelter, and mercy of my Gurudev, Srila Narad Muni, Dhruva Maharaj's spiritual master, when following his instructions and I did meditation tapasya, now I can realize through this purification that, oh, I went out thinking that I'm wanting this empire bigger than Lord Brahma, but these are like I'm asking for broken glasses. Kachan Vichinvan Api Divya Ratnam. Now that I have had your darshan, I can see you are a shame on me. I feel so embarrassed. What did I ask for? What did I want for? Swami Kritarthosmi. I am Kritartho. I am Dhanya. I'm truly humbled and I'm truly satisfied, or I'm so complete now, having had your darshans there. I don't need any vardhan. I don't need any boons and benedictions from you anymore. No. Yeah. So this Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, like Dhruva Maharaj was, although he started on a different note, but practicing Krishna consciousness, all his desires got satisfied. Likewise, ours, we may start on whatever note, but as we take good inspiring association and desiring to become disciples, desiring to take shelter and continue, then we will realize all our desires, okay, yes, through it, that higher taste. So anya abhilashita shunyam gyan karmadi anavritam. But we won't stop working, we won't stop functioning, we'll still use our hands, legs, move about everything, think and all everything, but with a pure desire to be pure devotee of the Lord. So this Anya Vilashita Shunyam Gyan Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyena Krishnanushīlanam. Now here in Bhakti, whose Bhakti? Lord Krishna's Bhakti. He does not say Anukulyena Ramchandra Nushilanam. Our acharyas didn't write it specific. Like Bhagavatam says, Krishna's tu Bhagwan Swayam. Only one shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam, but it is the king of all shlokas or the emperor shloka. Krishna's tu Bhagwan Swayam. The foundational shloka which lays the foundation of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Rupa Goswami telling us Bhava Bhakti of Krishna. And as like we understand from Shri Guru that whenever we say Krishna, we don't mean just Krishna, we mean Radha Krishna. राधा कृष्ण एक आत्मा दुई देहधारी अन्य अन्य विलसने रस स्वादन करी. They are one only appearing two. So we don't mean just Krishna, never know. So anukulyena Krishnanushīlanam, what is favorable to the divine couple, that we do. That cultivation, that attitude, that desire, hankering, we cultivate. Anushilanam. Another meaning of Anushilan is those who are perfect beings, perfect souls. Siddh Purush, we follow them. Anushilanam, those who have perfected their sadhana. Siddhasya, the Siddh personality is what they have perfected. That is sadhana for us. So it is finding that Siddh personality, pure devotee of the Lord, and whom I can follow. Anushilanam. So, Anukulyena Krishnanushīlanam Bhakti Rottama. This is top class bhakti. This is pure bhakti, Shuddh bhakti, prema bhakti. This is the bhakti we want to perform of the Yugal Sarkar of Shri Krishna, Radha Krishna. Na? Then within bhakti we see again in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, bhakti, there are stages in bhakti, Vedi bhakti, Raganuga bhakti, they come under sadhana bhakti, and then another stage is bhava bhakti, that the convention, the destination or the purpose of sadhana bhakti is for us to evolve into bhava bhakti, and from bhava bhakti to evolve into prema bhakti. So sadhana bhakti is we see there's this Vedi bhakti and Raganuga bhakti. Vedi bhakti predominantly driven by fear, with fear of scriptural injunctions. Or if I don't follow, I will get some punishments. If I follow, I will get some reward. That is driven by fear predominantly. Vedi bhakti is driven by fear, shastric injunctions, fear, and things like that. Yeah. And and in Vedi Bhakti, as we discussed before, Vedi Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, they run parallel. So in Vedi Bhakti also there is Shraddha, Sadhu Sang, Bhajan Kriya, Anarth Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, Prem. All these stages are there. But in Vedi Bhakti, what one attains in Prem is Vaikuntha planets, where Lord Narayan resides. 10 planets. And he's also, bhav is there, one mood is there, attachment is there, but it is more driven with rules, regulations, with do's and don'ts, rights and wrong. That sort of, like there's okay, Lord Narayan is my master and I am the servant. Lots of opulence, and that way it is driven. And Raganuga Bhakti is what? Again, to become Anug. Anug means to follow. Of what? Rag. Rag means attachment. Of whom? Ragatmika devotees of Lord Shri Krishna. Like Nanda Baba, Yashoda, Sridham, Subal, Madhumangal, Ujjwal. These are the sakhas of Krishna. Radharani, Lalita, Vishakha. Them. These are the gopis. Different gopis, other gopis as well. So Ratrak, Patrak, these are those who are in Dasya Bhav. These are them. These are Ragatmika devotees of Krishna. These are Ragatmika personalities, meaning they are eternal associates of the Lord. Eternal. No one takes the position of Yashoda. No one takes. It's not a position that one can apply and one can become. She is the eternal mother of Krishna. So these devotees, they are Ragatmika devotees, and their rag, when we are attracted towards their style of devotion, towards their love of devotion, towards their manner of devotion, towards their mood of devotion, towards their surrender and towards their bhakti, in the sense how they serve Krishna, Anukulyena Krishnanushīlanam. So when I take them, and even not just like Yashoda and all, even in Braj, cow is also a Ragatmika devotee of Krishna. Peacock, cow, clouds, those who are eternal associates of Krishna. And when we follow their mood, that is Raganuga Bhakti. Following their mood. So for us, Rupa Goswami has given us, he's the Acharya of Abhidhe Tattva, Rupa Goswami. The process he has outlined properly. So we understand Seva Sadhak Rupena Siddha Rupena Chatrahi Tad Bhava Lipshuna Karya Brajalokanu Sarata. So Seva Sadhak Rupena, now we see Siddha Rupena Chatrahi. So we find a role model in our life. We take a role model. And our role model cannot be personalities who are in different bhavs. As in Sridham and Nand Baba, both cannot be a role model for a sadhaka. Nand Baba is in Vatsalya Bhava, Sridham is in Sakha Bhava Baba. Somewhere within the bhavs, there is compatibility factor. Okay, some bhavs are compatible, some are not. But we cannot have like, okay, I follow Ratrak as well, and I follow Vishaka Devi also, no? Yeah. So, and if we actually understand the teachings of Mahaprabhu and the writings of our Goswamis, the path that has been given to us or what our acharyas have performed is what Ramya Kachit Upasna Vrajavadu. The practice of Krishna consciousness as done by the gopis. Practice, or for us it is practice, for them it is natural. Their natural love, the gopis' love for Krishna is what we follow, is what we desire. And amongst that, our Parama Gopi Srimati Radharani. That, that bhav we want to imbibe in our consciousness. That bhav is what we are aiming for, desiring for, to having that bhav, that mood. So, this Ragatmika Seva, following again Seva Sadhak Rupena, Siddha Rupena Chatre. So, them personalities, when we follow, like Vishaka Devi, Lalita Devi, or Nanda Baba, Yashoda, they are in the perfect capacity, let's say. And when we follow them, their mood, and also we need someone who has done sadhana, like who? Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, all these Goswamis, Narottam Das Thakur. So when we follow them, then we get a clear, okay, yes, lead, where we want to go. So Raganuga Bhakti is developing a greed. Developing a greed for a particular mood, for a particular bhav. Bhav of Sakha, bhav of Vatsalya bhav, bhav of the gopis. That mood. And when we see a person in that mood, and when we follow that person who is transcendental personality and who has attained the transcendence. So for it boils down again following spiritual master, a Shuddha, pure Mahat Purush. It's throughout given in scriptures to find out a bona fide devotee of the Lord who has attained perfection and who is inspiring us through his sadhana the way to cry for Krishna, to hanker to attain that mercy. And we are aspiring for Braja Bhakti, which is possible to attain only in Raganuga Bhav, only by developing a greed. Without greed, there is no advancement. There is no advancement. Without greed, okay, purification is happening in the process of devotional service, but without becoming greedy, no relish, no potential relish, no substantial relish. And greed is something not that we can purchase. No? Greed is not something that we can do 32 rounds daily and become greedy. Greed is not something we can read 4 hours a day and become greedy, or do 4 hours Zoom daily and become greedy. No. All these are there. Our reading, hearing, chanting is to help us to become greedy. But how do we become greedy? By mercy only, by praying, by crying. There are ways, again, by studying scriptures, by japa, of course. It keeps the door open for us, that when the current of mercy comes in us, that we can, yes, we are ready. This is just to demonstrate to Shri Guru, to Radharani, okay, we desire, we hanker. Look, we are doing some sadhana, some reading, some hearing, some chanting, some prasadam vyavastha, some harinam, some book distribution, some rath yatra, and all we are engaging. To attract that mercy too, so that hopefully we can become greedy. Please make us greedy. That's the beginning. So in Raganuga Bhakti, the push is greed, desire, hankering. Oh wow, how beautiful the deities are. Shishi Radha Shyam Sundar. How beautiful is their name. How sweet is this Krishna consciousness. And then consolidating that greed altogether. Yeah? So through becoming greedy only one gets entrance in Braj Bhakti. And then when that greed is further more consolidated, then it leads, that further mercy leads us into entrance of Bhav. Leads us into entrance of Bhav. In Raganuga sadhana, actually real sadhana is uh, mantra siddhi, है ना? Mantra siddhi, mantra sadhana in the sense when this Kam Gayatri or Gayatri mantras, na, when spiritual master initiates a sadhaka and gives the Gopal mantra, the Gayatri mantra, and trains him. So then when sadhaka is blessed by spiritual master, then he can, by through the mercy of spiritual master, he can think of the pastimes of Radha Krishna, and this one need not force oneself. If one is forcing, good, but by force, it won't sustain. Because this is transcendental. We cannot just put our force, or we cannot just barge in, Uh, It is all by crying. So when one does, one Gayatri mantra, and by the blessing of spiritual master, then one can actually enter into these pastimes. Enter in the sense one can get think of these pastimes. One can remember these pastimes. One can cry, hanker for this pastime. Duration of remembrance also increases, and then one can hanker to get into this pastime, serve in these pastimes. And that then takes one into the stage of bhava. So, Shishtastakam, the shloka 6 and 7, they are on the level of bhava. First 5 take us to Nishtha level, say. But 7 and 6 and 7, how does it go? नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गदगदरुदया गिरा पुलकेर्निश्चितं वपुकदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति, है ना? Someone can share on screen. Don't remember where exactly, but Chaitanya Chaitamrit Antya Leela, chapter 20, text could be 34, 30, don't know which one. Nayanam galadashrudharaya. When there is tears coming from the eyes, when there is a faltering of the voice and all, gadagada rudaya gira, the body trembling. Essentially, there's this 8 sattvic vikars, they say, Ashta sattvic vikar. So this, okay, Suvilasini read translation.
My dear Lord, when will my eyes be beautified by filling with tears that constantly glide down as I chant your holy name? When will my voice falter and all the hairs on my body stand erect in transcendental happiness as I chant your holy name?
Now, thing is, we are not aspiring, actually, we should not be aspiring for any of this. If we don't want to become Sahajya and if we want to protect ourselves, our objective and goal is what? To serve the divine couple, to serve spiritual master, to serve Vaishnavas. And if we genuinely want to serve, this is all a byproduct of it. This is going to come. We don't aspire, okay, we humans, we are very interesting species. So it may happen now, oh, I want to experience how will it be when I chant and I can levitate. I'm no more on the ground, I'm like above the ground a bit. When I chant, oh, tears are falling, how that feeling will be, how will I, this could be another form of self obsession, no? Baba, I want to become a pure devotee. I want to.而 Baba, Radha Krishna may ask, Acha, why do you want to become a pure devotee? Just I want to experience how it is like to be a pure devotee. Are Baba, our focus should be what is there for Radha Krishna in it? What is there for Shri Guru in it? So this is what happens when one is in the stage of bhav. Now for us, we aspire, but this is not like our goal, okay, let me chant 25, 30 rounds, 32 rounds, 1 week like this, and maybe I will start crying. Oh yes, bhav is coming, emotion is coming. Yes, I'm about to cry. My hairs are about to stand on end. No, no. This should not at all be our attitude. This will come. Now you are on Chaitanya Chaitamit, share this also, na? युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवशायितं शून्यायितं जगत् सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे है ना this 39 number text 39 युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवशायितं शून्यायितं जगत् सर्वं गोविंद विरहेण मे Premanjana read translation.
My Lord Govinda, because of separation from you, I consider even a moment a great millennium. Tears flow from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I see the entire world as void.
So who can, who feels this? One who is in bhav stage. Huh? In this stage of bhav, a moment appears like a great millennium, and a great millennium appears like a moment only. When in separation, one moment appears like a yuga, and when in union for a yuga, it appears as if like a moment. So one who is in that tune, in that connection, whose consciousness is so fine-tuned in pure Krishna consciousness, these are the effects that will come out of it. Just like we have to protect ourselves, growing up, tell me if we can honestly say, growing up, how many of us aspired to become a teacher or a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or a pilot or a businessman? Seeing movies and things and all. Imagine when you were 10-year-old. Hai na? Does it not happen among children? Oh, seeing the dressing of a doctor, how a doctor wears stethoscope, his dress, or how a lawyer puts on dress and is helping fight a noble cause and helping people, or doctor helping saving life of someone, or policeman, or a soldier, and all of this. So it happens, right? Fair enough to say, no? As we are growing up, we get so attracted by this, and we aspire, okay, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer. But actually, when we take into these studies, say each of these fields, these disciplines, it requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of study. It requires lots of patience, perseverance, and everything, isn't it? It doesn't come like, okay, we may buy a stethoscope somehow. eh? We may buy some uniform, somehow we can get it. But more is to come to that consciousness level. eh? So actually in the writings of our acharyas, if we see, one lady, she is genuinely pregnant with love. That is bhav stage. Bhav stage is to become pregnant with love. And one lady is doing the demonstration or showing that how much prem have I inculcated, how much bhav have I inculcated. That she is not genuinely pregnant, but just like societally speaking, one lady is genuinely pregnant, so we can see, okay, 1 month pregnant, 2 month pregnant, 3 month, 6, 7, 8, like this 9 month pregnant, let's say. And another lady, she's just like bloated. She's just like, okay, fattens herself, bloats herself. She shows as if that, okay, she's carrying a child. But inside is what? Cotton or whatever you see, pillow or whatever cushion or something. So ours should demonstration should not be hankering for this. When will tears roll, or when will hair stand on end, or this I want to experience, this I want to experience this. We want to experience the charm of serving. We want to experience the charm of being used, the charm of being taken for seva. That, that's our goal should be seva. How through seva can we please? That should be the thing that, okay, and these are going to come or will come. So this is in bhav dasha. in the gopis, they are in Bhavdasha and they go to Mahabhavdasha. And Srimati Radharani, only Srimati Radharani experiences the topmost levels of ecstasy, bhavana, which further and further actually prem, it transforms into sneh, man, pranay, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav. And that mahabhav Radharani experiences. Perhaps Yashoda also experiences a bit of mahabhav. Other gopis also definitely experience bhav, prem and other stages. But it is Radharani who experiences the topmost mahabhav. And also that mahabhav further and further evolves into what? Modanakhya Mahabhav and Madanakhya Mahabhav. The bhav Radharani experiences in union with Krishna, no other gopi experiences that bhav. And the bhav Radharani experiences in separation from Krishna, no other gopis experience that bhav. This is why in Ras Leela, doing Ras Leela, what happened? Lord Shri Krishna dropped all the gopis, right? He abandoned all the gopis and went alone with Radharani only. Okay? In Ras Leela, the Ras had initiated, the Ras had started. But then during the process itself, it so appears, this is not real, but for us to get the instructions, knowledge and learning, Yogmaya created this, say, situation or mood that gopis apparently they became pride. Oh, Krishna is dancing with me, Krishna is dancing with me. Naturally, it's a state of pride, but their pride transformed into somewhat arrogance. Or they were like, they kind of, and this is Yogmaya demonstrating, this is Yogmaya projecting, let's say. So Krishna abandoned these gopis. Why? Because, okay, you are becoming a bit pride and I cannot handle that. Krishna is the simplest personality, is the pure personality. So, okay, he abandoned these gopis and he went on with Radharani. He went on with Radharani. Now, all the gopis suddenly they got shattered. They got shattered. Oh, where is Shamsundar? He was just dancing. We were in the Ras. We were having this picnic and we got dropped completely. What just happened? So fine. Now all these gopis, different groups of gopis, different mood of gopis, but they all come together and they start searching for Krishna in the groves, and lots of, like, the way they search, no human being searches like this. Yeah. So in societal sense, these gopis would be referred as pagal, mad, crazy. And from transcendental point of view, us humans would be referred as pagal, mad, crazy. If we do not become attached to the practice of Krishna consciousness, attached towards devotees, towards Shri Guru, towards the message of Mahaprabhu, we would be like crazy. These humans, look at them. From transcendental point of view, we are crazy actually. But for us, they may seem to be a bit over the top or crazy or pagal or mad. So the way the gopis were searching, and we see this in Rasa Panchadhyaya. So Krishna abandoned these gopis and these gopis were searching for Krishna. They didn't know that Krishna is with Radharani. Krishna took just Radharani with him and they are still having vihar. They are still having rendezvous and they are still celebrating. They are still having the picnic together. And sooner what happens? It so appears that Radharani is also got man. Pride that, oh, I am the only gopi Krishna is with. Krishna is now only having fun, let's say, a party or picnic, say, or ras with me only. I am the only blessed gopi. Now Yogmaya is projecting this. So Krishna then abandons Radharani also. And these other set of gopis, they were searching for Krishna and then they find spots they find footprints of Krishna and another gopi also. Now, those who are of Radharani's sect of gopis, they know, okay, this is Radharani's footprints. But many others didn't know. But eventually they got to know, okay, when they saw Radharani in person, lying down on the ground on earth and crying and sobbing and unconscious, they realized, oh, Krishna went alone with this gopi, Radharani. So these other gopis, they admired what? The fortune of Radharani. Wow. Look at the fortune of Radharani. Krishna left us all to be with Radharani. And then, when in separation, all these gopis sang Gopi Geet to search for Krishna. Or when they saw these other gopis, the cry of Radharani and the unconscious state of Radharani, they all again admired Radharani. That, wow, you possess this much love for Krishna. This is how you cry. And this is the state you are in. So all the gopis said, Radharani, you are the topmost, you are the best, you are the best. Then all these gopis came together, sang Gopi Geet, and naturally Krishna had to appear, and everything was settled in the sense all the gopis were in agreement, Radharani is the topmost, so Ras could happen. And Ras happened. So the point is, Radharani only experiences Madanakhya Mahabhav and Mohanakhya Mahabhav. It is only Radharani who experiences this topmost ecstasy when in union with Krishna, and topmost ecstasy when in separation from Krishna also. Although that separation from Krishna is so burning, so blazingly burning, she struggles to sustain her body. But somehow, because she's so one fixed pointed in her absorption towards Sham Sundar, that is Yugaitam Nimishena Chakshusha Pravashaitam. Shunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahiname. This is not our Udgar, Baba. Definitely not. This is Mahaprabhu's Udgar when Mahaprabhu is in tune with Radha Bhav. And our position is where to serve that bhav, to fan that bhav, to appreciate that bhav, to become a lover of that bhav. We don't want to replace or we don't want to take on that bhav. No, that is so sweet, sublime, and that is specific and that is theirs. But we want to serve that bhav. So this is the condition in Bhava Bhakti. How Radha Rani experiences Govinda Virahena me in the separation absence, in separation from Govind, Yuga Itam Nimishena. The whole millennium, it appears to be void. It appears to be a moment. Everything appears to be void. And actually, in that state of consciousness, her chitta vritti, her consciousness is so locked with Krishna's beauty that wherever she sees, she's like seeing Sham Sundar, Sham Sundar, Sham Sundar, Sham Sundar. Just take this as an example. Many times, growing up again, let me know if this never happened with you. Growing up, we all would have tried to spin, right? Okay? In dancing or like this spin, and we want to spin so fast and hard and all. What that we want to experience when we are spun very hard and fast, what do we see? Oh, the bulb is also, light is also moving around, walls are moving around, everything is moving around, or we are seeing the light everywhere. Wherever we move around, we see the light. Is it not? Now, this is just a physical body, physical experience, something mundane, something like this. But at least we can see there is something reality in it. There is a reality. There's some impression of real reality here. that sort of, and cannot describe in words, that sort of pain and union, same time Radharani experiences in her bhav state. Yeah? So bhav bhakti is something this actually body cannot handle properly. No, the body will burn. Yeah? This body can handle attachment asakti. This and this it can handle. There's pain also. But Prem Bhakti, this body cannot handle. The current is very strong, very fierce. This body is not made for that. Bhav Bhakti also, this body can handle, but short time. This body cannot handle this intense level of bhav. Yeah? So we protect ourselves. We definitely don't want to become sahajya. That okay, in bhav, such emotions come about, and I do japa or chanting like this. No. Or I go take darshan. I put on chadar. I put on dhoti kurta like this style of dhoti, this looks, that look. No, 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 no. We want to protect our attitude, simplicity, honesty, humility, and genuinely understand Krishna consciousness and what is our role and play that role. Our role is to serve. So these some Udgar, na, Mahaprabhu sang them, he experienced them in Radha Bhav altogether. These are some stages of Bhav. Like the gopis, Brajvasis, none of the Brajvasi left their body, as in committed suicide or passed away when Krishna left Vrindavan. They all lived with hope. Krishna will return. Krishna has promised, he does not lie. He has promised he will come back, he will come back soon. He's stuck doing some work, but he will come back soon. And this was their motivation to keep their body intact. They kept their body intact with this motivation. They could not give up their body. No. It is much easy to die. Tough is to live. To give up pran, to give up one's body, to call out for death, or to give up, to say, I cannot handle, okay, this is me done, this is enough. It's easier. Difficult is to sustain. Extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. So much so, if we do little bit of comparison, see, Dashrath, King Dashrath, Lord Ram went into exile. And King Dashrath knew situation, circumstance where that he had to himself ask Lord Ram to go into exile. And then Lakshman going alongside, Sita going alongside, everyone in the kingdom were so sad, upset, solemn, everything of that. And Dashrath, he was bereft and he was in tears and burning so much. He could not bear the separation. So much so, 1 year, 2 years, and some years down the line, before Lord Ram returned, although everyone knew he will return after 13, 14 years, or he will return, say, from the exile once his time is over. He will return. But Dashrath could not handle that. He could not handle, he gave up his body. He passed away, he gave up his body, thinking of Lord Ram. But here the gopis, they could not. There's like, we cannot cry also. The situation is, if we cry, what if Sham Sundar is coming along the way this evening? And what if he sees us crying like this? He will be upset. He won't be happy. And what if we are crying, he will get the wind of it. He will get the news of it. He will get to know of it in Mathura, Dwarka, or wherever he is. And he won't be happy knowing that we are crying like this. So we cannot cry. We need not cry. We cannot cry. We should not cry. We won't cry. Oof. If at all one can understand the mood and the bhav of the gopis. Yeah? So if anyone has actually loved Krishna, it is the gopis. And this Uddhava Maharaj, he understood this when he went to Vrindavan. So he says, that Tanu Brita Gopa Vadvo. If anyone has glorified their bodies, it is the gopis. And then he says his prayers to the gopis. He said, Asamaho charanare nujushamaham sham Vrindavane kimapi gulmalata shadinam Yadostyajam swajanam pathan chahitva भेजुर्मुकुन्द पदवीं श्रुतिभिः विमग्राम। देखो स्क्रीन में 10 श्रीमद् भागवतम 10:47 could be 61 or 62. Check. Yeah? Uddhav Maharaj said this after his little bit of interaction with the gopis. He could not sustain that interaction, that dialogue. And Radharani didn't speak directly with Uddhava. Uddhava could not speak with Radharani. Radharani wasn't speaking. Radharani was speaking with the bumblebee or the messenger and indirectly talking to Uddhava. But whatever, but Uddhava just could not. He was like, in a way, suffocated, or he was like feeling so much out of place. Where have I been put? 61 or 62, say, 10:47, 61 or 62, somewhere there, or could be 63. Uddhava is like, Krishna, what favor have you done on me? I thought you are my friend. You have sent me to Vrindavan. And I thought the assignment I was given was to educate your parents and educate the gopis and your friends and the Brajvasis, the residents of Braj, that okay, to give them some solace, comfort, knowledge, peace. After all, I'm the disciple of Brihaspati. This Ritik read translation. पढ़ पाओगे क्या?
Hare Krishna. The gopis of Vrindavan have given up the association of their husbands, sons, and other family members who are very difficult to give up, and they have forsaken the path of chastity to take shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda Krishna, which one should search for by Vedic knowledge. Oh, let me be fortunate enough to be one of the bushes, creepers, or herbs in Vrindavan, because the gopis trample them and bless them with the dust of their lotus feet.
So Uddhava is a Gyan Mishra Bhakta, or he is in, say, Dasya Bhav with some elements of Sakhya Bhav, Mishrit with Sakhya Bhav, or Sakhya in Sakhya Bhav, but with elements of Dasya Bhav. Definitely he is not in Gopi Bhav. So he realized his place, and he could see, or Baapre, this love or something. They have given up. Ya Dustyajanam, they Dustyajam Swajanam Arya Patham Chahitva, given up this moral girls, given up the associate of the husbands, family members and all. Very difficult to give up. Overall, their surrender and their level of love. Uddhava was shocked. He got the shock of his life. This state and level of Krishna consciousness, Uddhava could never imagine. Never. So look, Krishna is sending him there, he's doing blessing on Uddhava. Although that blessing, that mercy is very difficult to handle for Uddhava. Very, very difficult. He's not able to digest it. The heat is too strong for him to handle. The sweetness of gopis, the way they look, talk and all is so sweet, Uddhava is not able to digest it. So in these passages, Uddhava says he offers his pranams to the gopis and he returns. So thing is, gopis are matchless. Their seva, their Krishna consciousness is matchless. Their bhav is matchless. So Bhava Bhakti is Anukulyena, or this Anukatya Bhava mein na, when we understand, if at all we can understand their mood and try to serve their mood. How can we help assist them? Na? So this Dashrath, King Dashrath, he could not sustain, he gave up his body. But none of the gopis, none of the Brajvasis gave up their body. Yeah. In love, they continued living with the hope that Krishna will return. Krishna will return because he has said. So these shlokas which we just saw, like from Chaitanya Charitamrita, they speak on Bhava Bhakti, and these emotions come about in Bhava Bhakti. So we might have heard, right? What? Ashta Satvik Vikar, hai na? Vikar means transformation, Ashta means 8, Satvik means coming in contact with Vishuddha Sattva, pure Sattva. What is Sattva? When Bhakti is done towards Lord Shri Krishna, and Bhakti is always done with a bhav, with a mood. Hai, when that Bhakti, that desire, hankering, longing, craving, hankering, willing, greed, with that desire, when chanting, reading, hearing is done, then bhakti, which is pure, the internal potency of Lord Shri Krishna, Shuddha Bhakti, it then, how do we say, it moves, let's say it moves from, let's say, the heart of Lord Shri Krishna towards the heart of the sadhaka, or from the heart of a pure Vaishnava. Bhakti is where it's residing in the heart of the pure Vaishnava. From that medium, Yogmaya, through the agency of Yogmaya, Lord Shri Krishna, Mahatpurush, pure personalities, spiritual master, from their heart, seeing the sincerity in a sadhaka's heart, that bhakti gets channelized. And just like in coronavirus, you come across someone who is infected with coronavirus, and you get that coronavirus, the chances are very high. So when we actually come across a personality who is truly magnanimously imbued premanjana, who is purely imbued with premanjan. So when we come across a premanjana personality, it is to find out a personality who is premanjan. When we come across a Premanjan personality and become friends with that Premanjan personality, desire to love and serve that Premanjan personality with openness, without any hidden agenda and all, then through the Kripa of Lord Shri Krishna, through the Kripa of Mahatpurush, that Premanjan personality, the pure bhakti will come in our heart as well. And that Vishuddha Sattva transforms into 8 states. Ashta Satvik Vikar. 8 states. What are those 8 states? No particular order, but stambh ho jana, stunned. To become stunned. And we all experience all of this, but when we are stressed out, when we are anxious, when we are struggling in life, then we experience, oh, I'm stunned. Imagine you're driving a car, suddenly almost an accident happened, we become stunned. So stunned is one of them. Then what? Faltering of voice, swayed, perspiration, pasine chutna. Arjuna experienced all of this. He experienced stunned, he experienced perspiration, he experienced faltering of voice, he experienced change of body color. Then he experienced horripilation, romanch. He experienced trembling, shivering, trembling, hair standing on end. Then what else? Finally, what? This loss of consciousness, fainting, general terms, loss of consciousness, pralay. All of this vikar Arjuna experienced, but actually we understand Krishna was demonstrating that for our knowledge and help us out. We experience all of this, but mostly in a negative sense, in the sense in a low energy. Out of stress, fear, and all, we experience faltering of voice. But Mahaprabhu, he experienced faltering of voice in bhav state. Ja 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 ga 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 ja ja ga ga ja ja ga ja. When in Rath Yatra, seeing in Radha Bhav, Mahaprabhu seeing Lord Jagannath, he's East, and he's experiencing that bhav that his voice is faltering. That state. Perspiration coming, romancha kampa shutaranga bhajo. Vande Guru. How does it go? In Guru Ashram we see na romanch, kampan, crying, all of this comes about. But these are all in contact again with Shuddha Sattva, Vishuddha Sattva. So they come about in the practice of a sadhaka. How much can one sustain? It's like a shock. How much shock can we handle? And it's not like one can keep it on a daily basis. It comes and goes. No. So this is something on Bhava Bhakti. So our Shraddha, our faith will close here, say, for today, and we'll continue on this tomorrow also. We can discuss. But for now, if there are any questions, comments, clarifications, or any thoughts, or if you would like to add anything. So we should not get enamored, in the sense one gets enamored by the dress of a doctor, or doctor comes in the house, someone carries suitcase for him, someone opens the door, someone gives so much of respect to the doctor, a doctor knows so much and all. Those are external, say. But if we see, Baba, the life of becoming a doctor, you have to study 4, 5, 6 years, and then further study and night duty, this, that, so much. It's not easy. So thing is, practicing Krishna consciousness, our focus should not be to experience these ecstatic emotions, or that when will I experience such ecstasy in practicing Krishna consciousness. This will come, may come, may not come. These are going to come. Ours is to genuinely become pregnant with love, not to make a show of that, okay, I'm pregnant with love, to genuinely become imbued with love, not to make a show of it. Yeah? So these are some states come. And sometimes what happens, like rain pours, and sometimes it's like boom, heavy rain altogether poured. Yeah? And one is what? Rain and stop, rain and stop, rain and stop, going on and on. Rain, stop, rain, stop, rain, stop. On and on and on. That is like kind of the state of the gopis. That is like, they're like living, not living, living, not living, living, not living. Throughout. So our faith has to transform with good attitude, good seva, and all mercy of Sri Krishna, of a pure Vaishnavas. It's just if we can spot the pure Vaishnava, all mercy of spiritual master, and that then our practice helped by the mercy, our faith has to transform into conviction. Faith has to transform into, then that conviction has to then transform into ruchi. That faith with mercy has to transform into asakti, attachment. That faith has to then transform into bhav, and the same faith has to transform into prem. So two questions actually. This faith, Ritik knows the answer of this question, and Ritik can say if he's happy with the answer. Rest of you also would know. But see, the faith, it comes in connection through mercy and gets transformed into conviction. Faith, our sincerity attracts that mercy and transforms into taste. Taste in holy name, taste in the practice of Krishna consciousness, then faith. Again, our sincerity, connection with mercy transforms into attachment, asakti. So faith is an integral part of our Krishna consciousness, of our journey of Krishna consciousness, of our becoming a pure servant of the Lord, pure lover of the Lord. Alongside faith, what is it that we need to protect? I think Prema Punita also knows. Those who know, keep the answer with yourself, please. Just a humble request. So that we all can think a bit, contemplate, and actually maybe relish in arriving at the answer. Alongside faith, there is another emotion which is moving around, hovering around. And this emotion is not at all healthy. It is not at all wanted. It will disturb our Krishna consciousness. It will crush our Krishna consciousness. It will completely backfire. It will completely ruin our Krishna consciousness. And it hovers around faith. So we need to grow in faith, but this other emotion which moves around along faith has to be completely settled that we are through it. And in simple terms, for us to understand bhav in Krishna consciousness, first we have to understand abhav. Those who are in the stage of abhav, as in lacking, only then bhav can somewhat come about. That is genuine appreciation. That is like, I don't have it. That is being humble. Unless we are humble and unless we keep a proper attitude, there's no advancement in Krishna consciousness. And if we are humble, keeping a good attitude, which would mean what? We will be in good, inspiring association, and we will be begging and hankering for mercy only. Bole Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Bol. So, any thoughts, questions, comments? This is just we somehow again begun into studying Bhava Bhakti, but there's more, which we'll try to see hopefully tomorrow. The state, the mood in a bhav. So just one more shloka, I think our Ritik wants to share this, right? 11 to 40. Srimad Bhagavatam 11 to 40. What are the states, how does one look like when he's in the state of bhav? What happens? But bhav comes through mercy. How to attain bhav is through mercy. Who can practice bhav bhakti? Everyone can practice. Anyone can practice. When to practice, Baba? Now only. If not now, then when? How to practice? Staying in good association, keeping oneself humble, crying and begging for mercy. So Prema Punita read translation. Suvilasini read translation. Prema Punita
By
actually
chanting
mentioned.
the holy name of the Supreme Lord, one comes to the stage of love of Godhead. Then the devotee is fixed in his vow as an eternal servant of the Lord, and he gradually becomes very much attached to a particular name and form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As his heart melts with ecstatic love, he laughs very loudly, or cries, or shouts. Sometimes he sings and dances like a madman, for he is indifferent to public opinion.
This is what happens in the stage of a bhav. And these are the translation purpose of Srila Prabhupada's disciples. Amazing work they have done. I mean, who am I to say? They are like stalwart devotees, very, very, my dandavat pranams to them. But so much of mercy they are giving to us. And anything that stood out to you, Suvilasini, reading this translation, or anyone else? See, we'll try to relish this more tomorrow from here, say, this translation and some more. But did something strike with you or anyone else?
Prabhu, it
Yes,
says
Kirtan.
that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go, Suvilasini, you say.
Getting attached to a particular name and form of the Lord.
Okay. Kirtanya Sadhari. Anything else, Suvilasini?
No, Prabhu.
Kirtanya Sadhari.
The same Prabhu, fixed in particular name and form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Also,
So,
also
mhm.
indifferent to public opinion.
Mm. Everything is special. Everything is special. This is the symptom of someone in bhav. है ना? Now, ours is not like how when will I sing and dance like this? No, no, this should not. है ना? We aspire to serve the bhav of the gopis. But we don't crave, oh, when will that day come when I will sing and dance like a madman and become indifferent to public opinion? Because high chances when we think like this, and if we are not grounded properly, what we may start off with a good intention, you know? But many times we see in society, many people take up some endeavor with a good intention, but along the way, mind becomes corrupt. You know? So we cannot afford to be any sidetracked. Any Sahaja, no, or any show, Adambar show, nothing like this. So see, although if we see in Shloka, there's nothing like a particular name. The word meanings, if you see, it does not say like a particular name and form of the Supreme Lord, but the translation is what to bring out the message. And the message is he becomes very attached to a particular name and fame of you name and fame of the Supreme Lord, form of the Supreme Lord. You cannot be simultaneously, one cannot be simultaneously attached to Lord Krishna and Lord Balram. No, Baba. One cannot be attached to Lord Krishna and Lord Ram simultaneously. Their person are the same, personality is different. Personality is different. Na? So this is why, Dwarka Bhakti is different. Mathura Bhakti is different. Braj Bhakti is different. Braj Bhakti is Radha Sham Sundar. Particular name and fame of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is very ekantik, very ananya, very focused, very specific. Then day and night, Rodhanti, Gayanti. So I genuinely say request for all of us, and first I become the listener. Night time and morning time I find very important, because throughout the daytime, job, business, whatever, family engagement, those who do cooking, washing, cleaning, children, all of this and all, so much of things. But nighttime, generally there's less disturbance. Everyone is asleep, or phone is also resting and all. Or early morning, less disturbance. Make use of it. Read, listen, chant. So Nitai Gaur, Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. We'll try to continue from here more tomorrow. Some symptoms of someone in Bhav, what is like Bhava Bhakti. It becomes more and more concentrated. Hare Krishna.